I made it to Forbes.
What up, guys? It's your boy Williams Fitness back again. So, we are officially 100 days away from the Mr. Olympia 2019. Already, we don't even know who's actually going to attend, who's just playing a game. So let's just run through who we know is actually going and what we've got and information-wise and updates on physiques, etc. So, starting from the top, Shawn Rhoden will definitely be attending. He will be defending his title. Honest opinions, guys, do you think he's going to keep that title? I genuinely don't think so. Regardless of if Phil shows up or not, I think it's open season in 2019. I think it could be just as big a shock as it was last year, this year, when we've got Brandon Curry, Rowley, Bonac, even Dexter, Diasha. I say Diasha, maybe. But I genuinely think it's open season, guys, and whether Phil turns up or not, he's definitely going regardless. But whether he does or not, I don't think Shawn can keep it, to be honest. Don't think he can. So, Brandon Curry dropped this clip from Oxygen Gym, giving a physique update. Always drops some nice clips. I'm showing it now. He looks in pretty decent form, and I'm not going to lie, it's pretty worrying. Pretty worrying. It's looking pretty sick. So, obviously, Oxygen Gym normally kind of like betas with what they used to do with the big Ramy, and occasionally with Rowley, they'd trickle out some sneak images. Most of the stuff was pretty old. So, with regards to this Brandon Curry footage, is it recent? Is it a few weeks ago? We never know with Oxygen Gym. They just keep us... it's always a few days behind. And they did this last year with Big Ramy. And then I posted a video a few hours before the Olympia. They dropped his actual current physique update as of then. And it was just atrocious. It was absolutely atrocious. So, but obviously, Brandon Curry is looking fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, Bonac... got to cut to this guy. I absolutely love William Bonac as a person, love him as a bodybuilder, and I just love him for giving fucking Louis Marco shit. But again, Bonac is, he's always going to be my favourite because he's my favourite. So, last year he placed 4th. I genuinely think he can be top 3 this year. Phil's not in the picture, without a doubt, top 3. Easy. Moving on from Bonac, obviously he doesn't that often drop physique updates. I want to touch on one guy that I think has had already a fantastic, phenomenal start to the year. It's John De La Rosa. I love this guy. Such a nice guy to talk to on Instagram. He replies to pretty much anybody on his live feeds. I'd highly recommend you follow this guy. He's very, very active with his fans, and that's what I love about John. He's a very, very humble guy. Now, John obviously won the Puerto Rico, and he won this past weekend. He's just on a winning streak. Granted, okay, I'm not trying to take anything away from John. There wasn't any big, heavy hitters, but he had some really stiff competition. He took first place in both and secured his seat at the Mr. Olympia table. So, I can't wait to see what John brings. Honestly, can't wait to see what John brings. In fantastic shape. And John, if you're listening or watching, mate, absolutely awesome. Congratulations, buddy. So moving on from that, obviously we've got Big Ramy. Now, the only reason I'm throwing him into the mix, it's not for fucking clickbait or whatever. He could potentially still be there. Now, there was a lot of rumours saying he'd drop Neil Hill. Now, it's been addressed that he's actually with Neil Hill. So I don't... If that's the case, is he actually attending the Mr. Olympia? I have not seen his name registered for any contests this year whatsoever. So whether he's literally sitting out for the entire year, taking a bit of a backseat and getting his physique back on point and letting Neil do his job for a sufficient amount of time to get Big Ramy back to where Big Ramy needs to be, to sit at the top table with the top 5. He is a top 5 contender, potentially top 3. He's hit top 3 a couple of times. So let's just hope Neil Hill can pull Ramy back and we can turn him to awesome Ramy, not just big Ramy. So moving on from big Ramy, obviously there's a lot of other guys that are going to be competing, and one of them I do want to touch on is Dexter Jackson. Didn't have a very good year last year when it came to the Mr. Olympia. Not any other shows, just the Mr. Olympia. He placed 7th, which is probably one of his worst placings at the Olympia for a very, very, very long time. Now, Dex is the most winning bodybuilder of all time. And what I mean by that is I don't mean how many Mr. Olympias he's won. He's won the most professional competitions of any bodybuilder ever. So let's show him the respect he's due and deserves. And Dexter's always been a top 5 contender for me. Top 3, I wouldn't say any more. I mean, no disrespect or no offense to Dexter, but I mean, he keeps these young lads on their toes, and that's what I love about Dexter. He can turn up 8 weeks out, he bangs out a quick 8-week, 12-week prep. He talks you through it. He's still chomping on the cookies. He's still in the aisles, like turning himself away from all the snacks, which I love about Dexter. He's just like a homely dude, and he could turn the tables. He could turn the tables. I definitely think he's going to be knocking some young lads out of the top 5 spot this year, without a doubt. Is it going to be his last year? Maybe. It could be. It could be. We might get an announcement after he's done his pose downs. They might bring him out and he might just say, look guys, this is my last year at the Olympia. It might not be his last year professionally, or possibility is he might not do any Arnold Classics or any other smaller shows and only do the Olympia for a couple of years. Who knows? But Dexter has quite rightly deserved a place on that stage for a long time, and I genuinely do hope he can stay there for at least 2 to 3 more years longer, because I love the dude. But he's got to do what's right for him, his heart, his health. But fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Keep riding that fucking roller coaster, Dexter. You're a fucking beast. On that note, guys, I'm not going to touch on any other athletes just yet. There's not a great deal of content out there. I'm not trying to fucking milk this shit. There's a fucking 100 days to go. So I'm not going to be banging out like fucking, what's his name, Fazzy Fitness and whoever else just churns out daily fucking update. An update today, he's at rice today, he's at chicken tomorrow. I'm not going to be doing that shit at all. I'm just going to keep it sweet with you. Every couple of weeks maybe we'll do an actual Olympia update. I want to start hitting on some real topics this year. But on that note, guys, comment below. Who do you think's top 5? I'm not interested in first place. We keep fucking doing this shit. I want to know your top 5. Who's going to be your top 5? I want to know either with Phil in, without Phil. Who do you think's going to be the fucking underdog this year? Who do you think's going to come through and just fucking dominate? Like, I mean, let's be honest, guys. Last year, pre-Olympia 2017, no one was looking at Shawn. No one. Not Nick Strength and Power, not me, not Fazzy, not fucking any other channel. Everybody was looking at Phil and Ramy. And I've got to be straight, I was too. And Shawn literally called him out on stage and he said, look, I'm coming. It's mine. It's mine this year. This year it's mine. He called it. And we were all like, yeah, whatever. And then he gets on stage and boom. He fucking destroys Phil. Destroys him. Big Ramy looked trash. So honestly, guys, do you think anybody else could come through? What about Nathan D'Asha? Do you think Nathan could stir the pot again this year? Do you think he could place high? Do you think he could get a top 5 position? Let me know. Comment below. I want to know your top 5, guys. Top 5 with Phil or without Phil. Or with Ramy or without Ramy. On that note, guys, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Peace.